Sajid says, anyone who says they would never want to be a millionaire is either a liar or a fucking weirdo. I totally agree. Imagine you had a child and your child comes to you, Mommy, Daddy, I hate education and I hate money and I want to be poor and dumb and live with you forever.
The biggest takeaway for me has been the fundamental analysis, so understanding what to actually look for in these financial documents. And what that's done for me is just given me so much more confidence in my stock choices. If somebody's on the fence with this program, this is a legit program. Like, it's serious. You're gonna have to do homework. You know, I had to give up like my 2 weekends for the second and third week. And because, you know, there's the homework, but as well, you wanna be putting the stuff into practice for yourself. So you gotta factor that in top of it. And what you put in this course is what you get out. Like, there's also the community, which is just so great. And everybody's just, you know, supporting each other. So yeah, really, really happy with the course so far and looking forward to the weeks ahead.
Nikolai says, says, diamonds are made under high pressure. Just 3 weeks of putting the right pressure from the program so I can grow. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Travis. And thanks to the whole Derek team. Respect, sir. I'm going to read that again. Nicolay K says, diamonds are made under high pressure. Just 3 weeks of putting the right pressure from the program so I can grow. Thank you to Derek, thanks to Travis, and thanks to the whole Derek team. So that's the type of client that I like. That's the type of client that's, you hear that I have a respect for this person. You hear that I have a pride that, like, you know, like, not a pride in myself, a pride for you, a proudness or a pride of, like, that's a person who's going somewhere. That's a person that I respect who's going somewhere. That's the right type of client. That's the right type of client. That's the right type of client. Scott A is asking about cryptocurrencies. I'm not gonna spin this talk into cryptocurrencies. I have a whole week about it in my markets program. I have a whole week that we spend, you know, 20 hours on cryptocurrencies specifically. Cryptocurrencies, foreign exchange, other alternative currencies. If you're serious, come there. If you're not serious, I'm glad I didn't spend the time with you here. JM says, Derek, I'm really enjoying the camaraderie from the guys in the mentoring group and inspired by their hustle. Please do not dilute this by inviting losers or clown dicks. Cheers. Yeah, respect. I don't want any of those people around either. I don't, you know, we don't need any a clown dick. We don't need any clown dicks around. What are we gonna do with you know? Think about that. You. We don't want people like that around. What do you learn in the markets and real estate? Sam says, what do you learn in the markets and real estate programs? What the fuck do you think you would learn in a real estate program? What do you imagine? Who could hazard a guess what you might learn in a program about real estate? You know, Sam, you might be a clown dick. You might be a clown dick, Sam. The bullet points, you're going to learn about how to make money with real estate. So you're going to learn about, you know, commercial rental properties, residential rental properties, how to buy something, renovate it, and flip it for a profit. How to buy something, you know, keep it forever, and, you know, maximize your returns in that way. How to do land deals, how to create subdivisions, how to you're going to learn about construction and infrastructure, because if you don't know about that, you're going to overpay for it and you're going to get fucked. In 100, you know, more than 100, in 1,000 other little nuances. But you're going to learn the fundamentals of what you need to make real money in real estate. You know, whether that's as a landlord or in the construction industry, that you're going to buy something, renovate it, sell it for a profit, build something and sell it for a profit from scratch, buy a fucking field and turn it into a subdivision. Buy shit, you know, residential or commercial properties, of like how to buy those, renovate those, you know, and make money long term. Maybe it's a fair question for somebody that knows zero about real estate, but I got to take two types of people. I have to make a program that's significantly dense, that a person who's brand new coming in, it's accessible to them, they can learn a ton. They could learn a ton and go make money in the future. I also got to make it so somebody who's already a real estate professional, somebody who's already made millions of dollars in real estate, can show up and learn how to do even better. Learn you know, several more profound thoughts that would help them do even better. So that's the target audience. That's who I need to help. Those are the people that I want to help. Those are the right people. Muhammad O. Derek, would you be willing to accept a copywriter's services by taking them under your wing in exchange? No. No, I'd be willing to accept cash. I'd be willing to accept a check or credit card or cryptocurrency or a number of other things. If you can't figure out, check this out. Let's get to this. This is a good point you make. The answer is no, but this is a good point you make. Is, look, I want to help a client that has a goal to make $1 million or more. I want to make it. Travis, could you put a poll in here? Put a poll on here. Is like, do you have a serious goal to make $1 million or more in your lifetime? Let's find out who we're talking to here. Let's find out who we're talking to. We might still have a couple losers on board. This would be a great time to get rid of them if true. Do you have a serious goal to make at least $1 million more in your lifetime? At least $1 million. Put that poll in, please. I'm not here to work with somebody who has tiny goals. Those aren't my people. They're not my people. That's not my people. If your goals are so small, you're like, Derek, I'm going to go do it by myself. If your goals are so small that you could possibly do it by yourself, you need bigger goals. If your goals are so small, so insignificant that you could possibly do it by yourself, you need bigger goals. You need bigger goals. You have to, all right? So anybody that doesn't have that goal to make serious money, I mean, just go do anything. Just go be a McDonald's worker, be an Uber driver, go do whatever, man. You could just go do whatever and fumble around and stay poor. Those aren't my people. Those aren't my people. Richard M. says, I must make $1 million. What's the poll looking like, by the way? Let me know when you have numbers. Even Jessie Z, who needs some help with her motivation, she says, yes, I have the goal to make billions of dollars. You're not going to do the world a favor if you're not a millionaire. I agree, Jessie. I agree, Jessie. There's nothing noble about being poor. I've been poor. I grew up poor. My father was gone. When I was a kid, my father was in prison. My uncle was in prison. They were drug dealers. My father and my uncle, they went to prison for much of my childhood. And I was at home with my crazy mom collecting a welfare check. I thought it was awful. I hated it. My friends were a bunch of ruffians. They were rough people. Their future turned out awful. Several of my friends from childhood, they died. They went to jail. Then they died. I was in an awful environment. I hated it. And when you associate with those people, you engage in those type of behaviors. And I realized, as a teenager, I knew I got to get away from these people. When I was 17, I went to jail myself as a teenager, only for 90 days, for 3 months. As a teenager, now that's 24 years ago. But 24 years ago, I spent 3 months in jail, and I thought, I don't want to be around these type of people. I got to go do better. I got to have higher goals. I got to have better friends. I got to learn more. I have to educate myself so my brain's trained better, my brain's working better. And, without a hard work ethic and a fantastic education, I knew nothing was going to happen. I knew nothing was going to happen without those two things. So, the smartest people here, you already know that. You already know that. If you're not around high quality people and have a great work ethic, just forget about success. Yeah, Travis says 96% of you say yes. 96%, $1 million or more, and 3% no. I really would encourage that 3% to just leave. I'm not here to talk to you. You won't fit in with our group. If you're one of the people that said no, please leave. You don't belong here. This is not your people. These are not, it's entirely unrelatable to me that $1 million, that you're not willing to work to go get $1 million bucks. Entirely unrelatable to me. Entirely unrelatable. I had $1 million when I was 29. 29 in 4 days. 29 years and 4 days old, I had $1 million. And I'm 41. I did a lot better since then, because I'm not an idiot. So to the thought that some of you that are, some of you that are young, that don't want to have that kind of money, I don't know what you're doing. Entirely unrelatable to me. Entirely unrelatable to me. Disgusting, really. Not willing to work enough. If you don't want $1 million, please leave. Please. You don't belong here, I promise.
I'm halfway through the Market Mastery program. The program is amazing. We've covered economic principles, the elements of financial markets, how our own psychology affects our decision-making processes, how to conduct fundamental and technical analysis. The course material is straightforward. The weekly assignments are intense, they are challenging, and you have to go out of your comfort zone to complete them. But they are designed so that you construct your own mental model. Each passing week, you add one more link to that mental model. This will give you the opportunity to make logical, rational, financial decisions. So this program is for anyone who's willing to go out of their comfort zone, who wants to diversify their income sources, and who wants to learn from someone who has proven success as an entrepreneur, as an investor. I highly recommend this program for anyone who is willing to undertake all these tasks. Derek, thank you once again for constructing this program.